Hey, what's up, Houston? So today I'm here with Chris Petcall, and he's owner of a painter's company called The Proud Paintbrush. And I've referred him on two occasions already to clients of mine, a seller and a buyer. So welcome, Chris.
Good to be here.
Yeah, tell me a little bit about this job.
So this is a project that the homeowners are here right now. This isn't actually for a buyer or seller. And one thing that we can do for people who are living in the home is if they want to have the whole house painted, but it's a little too intrusive for us to do it all at the same time, we can kind of go room by room.
So there's probably a distinction in their painting needs between buyers and sellers.
Definitely.
So if you look at buyers, for instance, so what should home buyers consider when choosing paint colors for their new home? So the home that they will be living in.
It's a hard question. It's so hard that now we even work with interior designers to go ahead and provide you free color consultations to make sure that the color is perfect for you. But when you're buying a home, that color should be a expression of who you are. So ultimately, it should come to your personal preference, but there are some tips. So what's the colors that are already in the house that you can't change? For example, your floors.
Right.
The whatever woodwork, your own personal decor, stuff like that. That's going to either clash or complement. In terms of in terms of picking the right color, I really highly recommend don't look at your colors on the phone. Don't even look at color swatches. Maybe start with color swatches, but then from there, go ahead and buy the paint. Go ahead and paint it in a couple different areas in the room, or go crazy and go all over the house, because the way the light will hit that color will look different times of the day. Whatever the scenario is. So,
right.
Yeah, those are some good tips to know.
And then if we're thinking about sellers, so do you have any advice on the paint colors that a seller should perhaps consider when they're getting ready to list a house?
So when you're selling your house, really what you want you want the new buyer to do is to walk in and for their imagination to kind of come to life. So if you got like very bold or vibrant colors or something like that, something with a lot of personality, you may want to switch that to a neutral.
Yeah, that could scare them off. And you want to appeal to a broad audience, of course, because you're trying to sell. Yeah.
Neutrals in general are very popular. Grays and beiges are going out. Off-whites and taupes, or kind of anything earthy, I find to be really in. But you can still, like with a taupe or an off-white, still keep things looking very clean and looking very neutral, where it's very easy to imagine, if you're coming to this house to buy it, you want to be able to imagine your furniture in that house. And that might be harder to do, with a mustard yellow, if your furniture is blue or whatever.
Yeah. So final question. So again, looking at sellers, so what might be the benefits of painting versus doing any other home improvement instead? Again, when you're thinking about listing your home, like why paint?
Well, so oftentimes a buyer wants to make the home their own. And so you may make an investment for that new buyer who they don't necessarily appreciate. You might renovate the kitchen or the bathroom or whatever, and you might love it. You don't know if they will, and you just can't guarantee that investment will pan out. Painting is a way to make everything fresh, make everything look clean, and it's much more affordable. It's much more cost effective.
Yeah, you get a lot of bang for your buck.
Yep.
Because you get a lot done. Yeah.
A lot done without maybe just making the big investment that some of these other things that perhaps the homeowner will want to buy or want to do themselves. And I think that homeowners oftentimes they might even still come in and still want to repaint it. So I encourage sellers to not overthink it too much. Neutrals is good, but then other than that, painting really, the purpose of painting is just to make it look clean.
Yeah.
Right.
Awesome. Okay. All right. Well, thank you for these insights. And people, if you're looking for a painter anytime, then think of Chris Petcall, owner of the Proud Paintbrush.
Thank you, Toby.
Bye-bye.